I'll handle this. You're my prisoner.
You're sadly mistaken, miss. You are mine.
We'll see about that.
Irene Tsu has a long history in Hollywood. She has worked with everyone from Jimmy Stewart to Elvis, Doris Day to Linda Carter. She dated Frank Sinatra for 2 years, and she's been fighting stereotypes and breaking barriers at every turn.
Her new book is called A Watercolor Dream, The Many Lives of Irene Tsu. She joins us on Zoom. Good morning.
Morning.
It's good to have you with us. There you are.
Yeah.
So tell us about the title of this book, A Watercolor Dream. Why is it called that?
A watercolor dream is kind of a metaphor because I am a watercolor artist. My mom is also an artist. And so I kind of grew up with the watercolor. And watercolor is very unpredictable. You know, it's like sometimes accidents happen, sometimes accidents are the best things. And you just really have to have an intention of what you want to put down the first stroke. And then the rest of it, just let the flow, you know, go with the flow sort of thing. I mean, not that you cannot control it, but it's not easy to control, not like oils.
So Irene, tell us about your early days in the business, and was it hard for you breaking down barriers, and do you think things have changed?
Well, yes and no. At that time, there's very few Asian American actresses. So I was among one of the 2 or 3, 4 that's working. And most of the time, the jobs that I got, the director chose me for some reason. So I didn't have to go through a long, cattle call sort of thing. Like the first job that I ever had is with Jimmy Stewart. And I didn't know that he was just a huge star until I found out that it's Jimmy Stewart, because the director only told me that, I'll be doing a movie with Jimmy, and that I would like for you to be in it. So that was how I got my Screen Actors Guild card.
Wow. Tell us about dating Frank Sinatra. What was that like?
Well, it's fantastic, and it's not like anything else, because obviously when you're dating Frank Sinatra, you're not dating anybody else. So I basically was with him for over 2 years from the first date on. We never were apart after the first date.
Wow.
And you dated him after his breakup with his marriage to Mia Farrow, I think you say in your book. And he was kind of old school. He really didn't want you to work, right?
That's right. He just didn't understand why the broads, that's the expression that they use, the broads. Why do you broads always want to work? I can give you anything you want, So, I just said that I want to feel useful, and I like working, and that, I wanted to have a career. And first, I was more like 21, so he was more like, I don't know, 50.
Wow, yeah.
Wow. So
it is a big age gap.
You said that Elvis smelled like baby powder and milk. Was that the drugs or cologne?
Oh my God, you didn't read the book. Oh my gosh, that was my first ever impression. So imagine you've never met anybody before. And there they were 12 inches from your head, because I kind of passed out. I was having a really my nerves got to me, and it was very, very hot where we were filming. So I was allowed to use his dressing room, because my dressing room trailer was, the air conditioning wasn't working. So when I opened my eyes to see his face 12 inches from me, putting a cold compress on my head, that was my first impression, that he smelled like Johnson's baby powder and milk.
Wow. What is it like? I can't imagine, you get to a certain point and you're trying to go through and tell stories and write a book like this. Is it cathartic? Did you remember things, any good stories that you had forgotten over the years?
Yes and no. It's really not my. I didn't want to write this book. I was sort of pushed into it long time ago from my college professor. Over and over again, over the years, I've kept in touch with my college professor, and he said that you should write a book. And I said, Tom, I'm not a writer. I really wouldn't know how. So little by little, I went on to IMDb and found out the sequence of the shows I've done, and I said, wow, it's true that I've done over 80 episodes, 80 titles, film and TV.
Wow.
And also I did a very big TV commercial, and that's why I think that I was seen. When I met Sinatra, he knew who I was because I was on TV like 40 times a day.
Was that the
Wow.
Chevron commercial?
That's right. It was Chevron commercial for Standard Oil.
Wow.
And it's a big campaign. It was on TV, 40 times a day. And I also was in another commercial called Hawaiian Punch. So I was at once working for Standard Oil and Procter & Gamble.
Well,
Wow.
Irene, I got to tell you, you look absolutely fantastic. So whatever you're doing, it's
Unbelievable.
working. My God.
Yeah, they replace you with a giant picture of Hawaiian Punch, I think,
They're
in the
great.
commercials. It doesn't make any sense.
Irene, it's a pleasure to talk to you. If you want to pick up her new book, it's called A Watercolor Dream, The Many Lives of Irene Tsu. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right,
Have a
take care.
good time.